Hello there,
Morning.
it's Bec and Deb. Good morning and welcome to this week's vlog. So as always, if you're listening to this from our newsletter and you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel to be notified whenever we do videos, then you can do that by clicking below this video to subscribe. And if you're watching this on our YouTube channel and want to know what else we get up to, you can subscribe to our newsletter at our website daretobeyou.co.uk. So Deb, over to you to read your blog out for this week.
Oh, so our blog this week, the title that we started with was I Know the Principles, But.
It's a great topic.
Yeah, we all have those buts, don't we? I know the principles, but it's Monday morning and is this a good time to be sitting on camera reading out my blog? I'm not sure. But hey, let's just go for it anyway. So this week I am reading my own blog and Bec is reading hers. So this is what I wrote under the title, I Know the Principles, But. We're very clever at making up stories. We can make up stories that are helpful or we can make up stories that aren't. It's heartbreaking to watch what we can do to ourselves when we make up our own personal horror stories and then live them. I used to live slap bang in the middle of a very sad and unhelpful story. Then I came across this understanding of the mind, the fact that there are principles behind how life works, how it is that we as humans get to have an experience of life. It also pointed me towards the fact that there was something more to me than I had realised. It was amazeballs. It blew my mind. It helped me see through my own made-up horror stories. But I still had my struggles. Some of the horror stories still felt incredibly real and I believed them. For quite some time, I used the fact that I still had struggles to beat myself up. I used my own mind against myself. I often had thoughts that tormented me. They could be really cruel and unrelenting. They went something like this. I know the principles, but I'm still not good enough. I know the principles, but I still don't love myself. I know the principles, but, and so it went on and on. I didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that I was still able to suffer so much. Luckily for me, I got curious. It feels to me as if it has been a journey, a practice, a personal exploration that has and still is slowly but surely changing things for me. The human mind is spectacular. It is a gift that we've all been given. We seem to have other gifts along with our spectacular mind, some helpful and some not so much. We seem to have the ability to misuse this spectacular gift and create strife and struggles out of nothing. Thankfully, we also seem to have the ability to learn not to do this. But it isn't always easy and it doesn't always take the most straightforward path. For most of us, it takes work, sometimes hard work. I like to make this work into a game. The game is rather like snakes and ladders. Some days are filled with snakes that take me back to places I think that I'd left behind forever. Some days are filled with ladders which allow me to see great things way beyond anything I've ever imagined. But on the whole, a little like the game itself, life is weighted in our favour. If we are prepared to keep on playing, we can learn to use the brilliant gifts we have to free ourselves and not to create the dark dungeons. A useful ladder we can climb is one that shows us we don't have to listen to the rubbish that our mind makes up. So next time you hear the thought in your head that says, I know the principles, but, stop there and know that there are no buts that you ever have to take seriously. So, Bec?
Nice.
The same title.
Okay, so here's mine. I know the principles, but I have set up my life in such a way that whatever happens, as much as possible, my first response is to come back to what I know to be true, mind, thought and consciousness. So much of my life is in this conversation that I often hear similar phrases from different people. And 9 times out of 10, they are phrases that I have or do use. Here's my favourite one. I know the principles, but ... And the end of that sentence varies person to person, but is in some way saying I still struggle. My personal version is this. I know the principles, but I still like to try and control things. When I hear the phrase, I know the principles, but, This says to me, this is a place to keep looking, being open and curious. This is a place I have more to see, and life invites me to hear something new. I love how life invites me to keep looking. There's always something new to see. What if I can trust life and don't need to control everything? Is that possible? Is it possible to let go and trust maybe just 5% more than I do now? Is there a challenge I can do here? Then I come back to the first part of the sentence. I know the principles, and play around with that. Do I truly understand how life works? Is it the same here? Even here? Does it only work one way? Sometimes my thoughts and stories are clever enough to outplay me. The thinking isn't as clear-cut as I know the principles, but it comes dressed up in fancier clothing. I have everything I need within, so I won't ask for help here. Or, it was better before I understood the principles. Or, no one can teach me anything I don't already know, so I'll just go on my merry way. Or, I'm spiritual and enlightened, so I don't have to attend to ordinary human needs. Knowing the principles for me isn't about not being human. Knowing the principles is what gives me a lighter, more fun and peaceful experience of being human. It allows me to more gracefully have all that being human entails. If I'm using this understanding as a stick to beat myself up, then I have a very clear invitation to see and hear something new. And I love RSVPing. Yes, please, universe.
Oh, thanks, Bec. So, as usual, two quite different takes on the same subject, which are similar in some ways and very different in others. I hope you're enjoying that. What was coming to me as you were reading that was 2 for the price of 1.
Yeah.
So, if you came across our vlog because you are getting our newsletter and you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss other great videos that we make, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell so that you get notified when we're uploading any videos. And if you came across this on YouTube, you found us on YouTube and you want to subscribe to our newsletter so that you don't miss all the other fun things that we're up to, well, I will put a link below this video for you to subscribe, and it would be great to have you with us. So have a great week, and the next time that you will see us, the next time is we are going to be live on Wednesday on YouTube, and tomorrow morning I'm going to be live on Facebook tomorrow morning.
Yeah, thank you very much for
Take
joining
care.
us.
Bye.